Karoline Leavitt faces a shocking attack on her faith during a live broadcast over her necklace. Her response? It leaves everyone speechless and delivers a powerful lesson. Don't miss this unforgettable moment. Before we continue, I have a small request for you. If you are interested in this story, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch videos without subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, but it makes a big difference for us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you very much. Now let's go back to the video. The tension in the studio was palpable. Every seat was filled, and the air buzzed with anticipation as the live audience whispered among themselves. The bright lights of the set cast long shadows, making the stage feel more like an arena. At the center of it all was Karoline Leavitt, a rising star in the political world, known for her poise, unshakable faith, and unwavering resolve. Across from her sat the liberal TV host, a veteran of heated debates, known for his sharp tongue and relentless questioning. Karoline had been invited to discuss her views on unity, freedom of speech, and the importance of individual rights, issues she had passionately championed since stepping into the public eye. But anyone who knew the host's reputation understood that this wasn't going to be a simple exchange of ideas. He had a history of turning conversations into confrontations, and tonight, he seemed particularly intent on targeting Karoline. The interview began with what seemed like innocuous questions about her background, her vision for the future, and the challenges she faced as a young leader. Karoline answered each question with grace and clarity, her responses thoughtful and articulate. The audience listened intently, nodding along to her words. But then the host shifted gears. His voice took on a sharper edge, and his gaze narrowed as he leaned forward in his chair. "Karoline," he said, his tone deceptively casual, "you talk a lot about unity and respect, but I can't help but notice the necklace you're wearing. Don't you think that wearing such a blatant symbol of your faith might be seen as exclusionary?" The question hung in the air, heavy and deliberate. The audience fell silent, their whispers fading into nothingness. The cameras zoomed in on Karoline's face, capturing every flicker of emotion as she processed the words. Karoline's hand instinctively went to the small gold cross around her neck, her fingers brushing against it lightly. "I'm sorry," she said, her voice calm but tinged with curiosity. "I don't understand. How is this necklace exclusionary?" The host's smirk widened, sensing an opportunity to press further. "Well," he said, gesturing toward the cross, "not everyone in this country shares your faith. By wearing that symbol so prominently, aren't you sending a message that your beliefs are superior? That those who don't share them are somehow less than?" A murmur rippled through the audience, some nodding in agreement, others shaking their heads. Karoline, however, remained composed. She didn't flinch, didn't react defensively. Instead, she tilted her head slightly, a faint smile playing on her lips. "That's an interesting perspective," she began, her voice steady and measured. "But I have to wonder, why does my necklace bother you so much? Is it really about the symbol itself, or is it about what it represents?" The host blinked, clearly not expecting her to turn the question back on him. He opened his mouth to respond, but Karoline continued, her tone growing more reflective. "This cross," she said, holding it gently between her fingers, "isn't just a piece of jewelry. It's a reminder of my faith, my values, and the strength I've drawn from both in some of the most difficult moments of my life. It's not meant to exclude anyone. In fact, it's quite the opposite." Her words seemed to catch the host off guard. He leaned back in his chair, his smirk faltering slightly. The audience, too, seemed captivated, their attention fully focused on Karoline as she spoke. "I wasn't born into privilege or power," she continued, her voice soft but unwavering. "I grew up in a modest home where faith wasn't just something we talked about on Sundays. It was the foundation of our lives. My parents taught me to lean on God during times of uncertainty, to find strength in prayer, and to treat others with kindness and respect, even when it wasn't easy. That's what this necklace represents to me. It's a symbol of hope, resilience, and love. Not just for those who share my beliefs, but for everyone." She paused, letting her words sink in before continuing. Faith isn't about forcing others to believe what you believe. It's about living with conviction, even when no one else does. It's about being true to yourself while respecting the choices of others. The host seemed momentarily at a loss for words, but he quickly recovered, his expression hardening. "But don't you think," he said, his tone growing more pointed, "that in a society as diverse as ours, wearing such a symbol sends the wrong message? That it creates division rather than unity?" Karoline shook her head, her smile never wavering. "No, I don't," she said simply. "If anything, I think it's a reminder of what true unity looks like. Unity doesn't mean erasing our differences or hiding who we are. It means respecting those differences and finding common ground. My faith is a part of who I am, just as your beliefs are a part of who you are. Unity isn't about making everyone the same. It's about embracing the things that make us unique." Her words seemed to resonate deeply, not just with the audience in the studio, but with viewers watching from home. The host, however, wasn't ready to let the topic go. "But don't you see," he said, leaning forward again, "that wearing a symbol like that in a public space might make others feel uncomfortable? That it might make them feel excluded?" Karoline met his gaze, her expression calm but resolute. "If my necklace makes someone uncomfortable," she said, her voice steady, "then perhaps the discomfort isn't about the necklace itself. Perhaps it's about what it represents. A belief in something greater than ourselves, a belief in grace, forgiveness, and unconditional love. And if that's the case, then I think it's worth asking, why does that make you uncomfortable?" The studio fell silent, the weight of her words hanging in the air. The host shifted in his seat, clearly unsettled. Around the room, the audience watched in rapt attention, captivated by the way Karoline had turned the conversation into something much deeper. "This necklace may symbolize my faith," Karoline said, her voice softening. "But what truly matters is how we treat one another. Whether we agree or disagree, whether we share the same beliefs or not, we're all human. And at the end of the day, that's what unites us. The way we love, the way we listen, and the way we build bridges instead of walls." The audience erupted into applause, the sound filling the studio. The host, visibly shaken, managed a tight smile and nodded, perhaps realizing that he had underestimated her. That night, clips of Karoline's response went viral, sparking a national conversation about faith, identity, and respect. Many praised her for her grace under fire, her ability to stand firm without resorting to anger or defensiveness. And as for the necklace, it remained where it belonged, a symbol of resilience and strength in the face of adversity. Karoline Leavitt had shown the world that true courage isn't about shouting the loudest. It's about standing firm in your beliefs, even when the world challenges you to do otherwise. Thank you for watching till the end video. I hope you enjoyed the story if you did. Don't hesitate to like the video and share it with your friends too. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell for more fascinating stories.